The content and opinions shared on Talking Randomish are intended for entertainment and informational purposes. They reflect the personal views of the host and guests and do not constitute professional advice or represent any affiliated organization.
We're talking randomly. Talking random. We're talking randomly. Talking random.
Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Randomish. I am your master barber, in parentheses, Enrique Kane. And back in the building, we got the scalper himself. Tell number one back in the building. What's good with you, my boy?
Great conversation. It's nice just to reminisce. And it's still the same. It looks the same. Nothing's really changed. They updated a few things, TVs, whatever, but it's still, you walk in, it's still, you know, got the hill going down to the salon, got the salon on the back side. You walk in, it's you walking back in time when I first went over and got a cut. I was like, because nothing really changed. You got the same chairs, same situation, the bathroom in the back, you know, everything the same. So I'm enjoying the reminiscing down
Memory lane.
Memory lane.
Yeah. Memory lane.
Yeah, memory lane.
So, Black Lassie future owner. What's good with you, my boy?
Just listening. Just listening. I'm a sheet, so you know.
Are you related? Right?
Yeah. That's what's
Got
up.
the real connection.
It's just funny. That's all. It's just funny. What's funny is I never had my hair cut over there. That's the funny part.
But you was always cool though.
Yeah,
they
family.
Everything was just across the board. Like I said, wasn't no jealousy and stuff. Because man, Shag realized we can't cut it all.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we came to Sheik Barbershop, that man brought his clientele.
Yeah.
And he didn't do no add to it, you know.
Right.
But guess what? He brought me clientele
Right.
because he couldn't cut it all.
Right.
I'm the same way. I brought clientele. I can't cut it all. Boy, I'm glad to see you, boy. We're gonna do this though. Yeah.
But that's one thing about Herman and Dewey though. They were astute businessmen.
Yeah,
Man.
they were.
And they understood that they had a clientele, but there was more clientele to be had. And they were never afraid to share it. Because like you said, I can't eat everything. So if I bring these guys in, it's just going to help the business. It's going to, you shine, I shine. Like you said, they don't say, Shag gave me a bad haircut. They say them boys down there, she's gave me a bad haircut. They don't specify. They talk about the whole house. So
I think it was a good mixture though, because those guys were a little older, so they had a lot of the older.
Oh yeah, they did.
Brought more the younger people,
But
new
that
generation people.
that was the plan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right.
That was the plan because they knew they had to bring in some young blood, and the fact that you were good at what you did was just icing on the cake. Because you know, like you said, you brought the city and you brought the campus with you.
He did, yeah.
So it just.
I think what was real good about us merging with them, I think the timing was good because, you know, as the years go on and generations change, I think the styling was a little bit more extreme.
Yeah.
You know, we were cutting a lot of stuff that they just really had never seen.
Right.
High right, low left, all these parts and all that stuff. So it was a little hard. I gotta say, it was a little hard on them at first.
Yeah.
You know, when the guys start showing away from kids that have been going to them for years. Now, I'm waiting on Shag. And they had a hard time with that, but they did the best they could at not allowing us to feel like they had a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They still encouraged us or whatever, but the stylings and everything had changed, man, because everything had really came down to just you really had to be creative with them clippers, man, to get that done. And then it was a thing where it's a big comparison. Like people were now picking certain barbers to cut their hair because this is the only guy that can do it.
Right, right.
You know, so the pressure was on, and me and Stacey, we embraced that, and I think it made us better because we always wanted to try to put our own little twist on certain hairstyles. I think a lot of stuff we kind of started doing, and it was like I said, it was a good merge of talent. Because Leo, man, I tell you what, if I could cut with the speed of Leo and keep my efficiency, I'd be a millionaire now.
Yeah.
Couldn't have.
Oh yeah.
He was just because he didn't have no.
Leo is an excellent barber.
Yes.
He just cut fast, and when you get into a certain field for so long, he had his clientele, so that like the way he do his thing. Leo just he wasn't all that particular about no more.
Right.
But Leo can cut any texture of hair with precision, and they gonna like it. All the way from the lady's eyebrows, there was nothing he ever had to turn down.
Yeah.
No matter how bad a kid was in the chair, Leo didn't turn nothing down.
That strong left hand, boy.
Yeah.
And see, Leo had a way, uncanny way of telling you what kind of haircut you need. You ain't got the head for that. He'll ask you on a part, I want a fade with a head. Boy, that don't fit your head. He might just buzz you, boy, and get you up out of there. But he wasn't gonna take on nothing. Or even if somebody sat in his chair that he knew they wanted a certain, had one of them styles haircut. Oh, he gonna force you back in his time. I'm gonna push you back into the regular, dog. And he kept. I mean, to do it for 60 years, man, and keep a clientele enough to make a living.
Yeah.
That's big, man. He was just somebody, man. I was always amazed.
He was unique.
And Dewey was just. He was like the showman. Dewey taught us to be confident.
Yeah.
In what we did because.
Yeah.
Dewey would nothing against Dewey. He just had his way of doing things. But me and Stacey would look at one of Dewey's customers after he finished. Stacey, is he through? He don't even look finished. But the way Dewey released him up out the chair, and he got his tip. He popped that can. Got you straight. And this is what he do with the mirror. Get the mirror, run it by you. Hey, get out of here. Hold to that. Dude, that'd be 25.
Yeah.
And man, we was making
Whatever was on that side, it
he gonna get.
We look at each other like,
I ain't get $20 out of this, man. $20 $1 million back then when we first started. Yeah. Like $7.
Michael Thurman, Platinum Daddy.
All the dignitaries.
Even if they didn't want to pay it.
Oh, they paid.
They had that swag. They kind of okay. I can't. Not nothing against them, but they were upstanding people. Yeah, do it. You get it.
The Sheep brother was such pillars in the community because they had real estate. And come from where I came from, that was the first time I really got a chance to see black men really in business and making a dip. Really making a living out of it. So. It was good for us to see. We experienced them because, like I said, they were go getters, man. Leo do it, and Herman. Them guys, man. They were actually, they made you feel like you could do it.
Yeah.
They made you feel like you that it was possible. So, but yeah, hats off so many times to them guys, man, because they really showed us. I mean, we could go on forever on just across the board as you grow as a man. The things that you really need to get exposed to, where at the end of it, that you can say, "Hey, man, I got the lessons that I needed to get, and we got them." But even though I didn't get them from my father, I got a great upbringing from my father, even though it was slightly primitive. But these guys, man, they just kept us, with that vision, to stay the course. You can do anything you want. If you're gonna do this barbering thing, man, you take pride in it, and don't just let it be something passe. And we did that, man. And of course, again, here we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shag daddy, right? Shag daddy was I never met him. But have y'all ever known, hear somebody talk about somebody, and without you ever having to meet him, you know him?
Yeah.
That's the way his dad, so that's why every time he say, my daddy, I laugh. Because them stories, I done heard them, man, and they hilarious. I mean, he could go on for hours just as much as we talking about Barbara. He got stories about that, man, we probably be on the floor rolling, man. But it paid off, though. He made sure, I got this by myself, so and I got girls, too.
Yeah.
So I got to make this work, and I'm just teaching them what I know.
Absolutely.
So, I got a question.
Come on with it.
40 years in the game, and y'all came across a lot of people, a lot of clientele and everything, right? And I know Stacey over there laughing, but I think he might know what I'm finna ask him. But since we reminiscing and everything, could y'all tell me, each one of y'all, the one character that pops up in y'all head that y'all like, I'm glad to see him coming through the barbershop?
So many, boy.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Let's see.
But can I, since you talking about somebody came through the barbershop that's memorable,
Yes.
I got to do it. I'm looking at you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
One day we
Rick is extremely memorable.
We was up at Sheep.
Yeah, we were there, yeah.
Okay. So, Dad ain't bringing them no more. He bringing himself.
Right.
And I'm going to tie this into something else right quick, but I got to tell this part, and then I'm going to finish tie it in. But Rick was in there, and Rick always, y'all know, he elected.
Yes.
So Rick said, oh my God, my money. It's over there.
I already know.
Rick made Flighty look good. Boy.
Yeah.
He was like a blonde.
Yeah.
But he was always high energy, man. When Rick come, everything amp up. Boom. Yeah, he keeps it because he's so intense and passionate about whatever it is that he's talking about.
That changed.
Yeah, Ricky is, but I think one of the ones that I can recall is Stanley Gerald.
I got a story about him one time when I was in I think Eberhart knows it too, where me and him sat on the sofa together, right when you came in the barbershop, right there on the left, that small sofa right there. I didn't know who I was sitting next to. Sat right next to him. We started talking. Stacey cutting hair, y'all cutting hair. I didn't have a clue who he was. Had conversation, this, that, next thing you know, he get up, get his hair cut, right? Jump up out the seat. He's like, what's your name? I said, my name's Sam. He said, man, nice to meet you, man. I thought he was the most nicest thing. I did not know who he was.
If you ain't on the other side.
And the thing about Stanley was probably the most questionable character in this town. And he was notorious.
Yes,
for lack of a better word. But when he came in there, the way me and Stacey knew him, we knew things. He would tell us stuff, man, we could never probably reveal to this day that he felt that comfortable around us to tell us things. But all in all, man, he was probably one of the most giving.
Yeah.
I mean, he would come in there and buy everybody, send somebody to go get everybody chicken in the plate.
Yeah.
Or I mean, one time, one November time, it was like 4 or 5 of his little guys with him or whatever, and they were sitting there waiting on him or whatever, and one of the guys said something about the Jordan's coming out. And I think this is before you have to wait on them or whatever. Yeah. Sent them to the mall, man, brought them all back, brand new shoes. And my little daughter, China, he took, I mean, it was almost like he was a god. She took a liking to him because every time he came, I used to keep her in the shop with me sometimes. And man, he loved that baby. Take her to get, and I trust him. He'd take her to get ice cream, and she would always ask me, even after she would, about him. And so he was a guy that we would being out. We would hear a lot of stories about him, what he did, and this and that, and being the Don and all that. But man, he was probably one of the the most misunderstood people.
Sure,
You know what I'm saying?
misunderstood.
He was a good guy, man, and he looked forward to coming in there and talking to us. Because he be anxious about shit. Hey, Jay, I tell you about, you know, he tell us, and I be like, Stanley, don't tell me that.
That's right.
That's right. We was in the club now. I was like, Stanley, do it. Get out. You're going to think I know you ain't telling everybody. He just felt that comfortable, but man, he was a great guy, man. Great guy. And gone too soon.
Yeah.
Gone too soon, yeah.
That's true.
And I think his personality was so big. I think I was talking about him a few years ago, and I didn't realize he was only 24 when he got out.
Wow.
No. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. You're right.
He was 24 years old. He was a baby.
Wow.
He was a baby. So, yeah, he was something. He was a character, man. He was very demonstrative. If he got in a fight, he gonna show us every blow. You had to sit him down. He just brought so much joy to the shop, man.
Yeah.
Who was y'all most funniest character?
Funniest.
Yes, just
Ooh,
y'all had to sit back and.
Oh my
man,
goodness.
funniest guy.
Gerber one of them. Gerber Williams. Put him in there. Who?
Harvey.
Oh, with the skin.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you know, Ohio player.
Harvey.
Ohio player.
He was just a character in himself. He's an old school guy. Harvey probably what, 50, 60 years old when he Stacey.
Yeah.
He would
He was a dap dad,
we used to
but he
buy
rocked.
ribs from him. That was his hustle. He said ribs, skin, and all that. He come in, man. He like an old pimp. Cool.
Yeah, what's up, Stacey? What's up, Shag? Got them ribs out there. I been mobbing.
Got his handcuffed. Man, he be killing us in there. The stuff he would say. And yeah, he was a character.
In presentation with his merchandise.
And he would take, if you ordered something from him.
Oh, boy.
The only problem me and Stacey had with him, like, we'd always order ribs on game day. Like we was sitting there watching. If you got a bunch of people in there, he gonna open your ribs up and take them around to everybody. Smell that. That was his advertising.
Yes, sir.
It almost to let somebody taste one. Hey, go ahead and pack that.
Me and Shaq used to say, hey man, we're gonna stop by. If you keep opening out, okay. But he'll do the same thing.
Oh yeah, so he was
All
funny.
they finna block my
Yeah, he was funny. He was real funny.
Yeah. But it came back to me about what I was gonna piggyback on. The little thing about Rick. Oh my God. That's hilarious, boy. But now he all grown and you know but anyway, how he was talking about when he used to go to Leo, his dad used to bring him. Me and Shag don't have to deal with that transition too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all a part of barbering to the point where it was funny to me because the kids that I cut, I started cutting them, and it's almost like I could pinpoint the time when they were gonna start. Because that's what this barber's coming up, just like Shag and I did. So it was like, okay, suck it up, but that's what you want to happen.
Yeah.
Because the older you get, you ain't really caught up in that. Let somebody else, you know, let them grow with them, and they doing different styles. That's more their style. You can do it, but you really just like Leo and do it. We ain't want to be bothered with certain stuff.
Right.
You know, we got enough with what we're doing. We're gonna stay close to it now. But there's certain stuff we ain't finna spray paint.
I think barbering has become nowadays, and it's an innocent thing because time change. It's more trendy. It's
Somebody out there beat. Okay, somebody stop.
You go ahead.
Yeah, barbering is more trendy now. I think with social media, you know, with spray and all the different things you can do to line the beards and all that stuff. You know, that was one thing about us. Of course, there were trends, but you were more in a position to control the narrative on the trend. You know, how you doing, man? All right, yes, sir.
Yo, and I was gonna ask you about that. These new enhancements, the dyes and things. Did y'all ever incorporate any of the enhancements or the wigs,
The
and
towels on your head.
I think you know, in this game, man, in this barber game, or just hair period, it's such a way of like a major way of expression. People are always looking for a way to grab attention through their hair or maybe their wardrobe or whatever. And I'm okay with things changing because we watched things change from when we started out cutting regulars to texturizer came in. The texturizer and a couple other styles, it cut on our business because that whole like Easter for instance, that's another trend. Like there used to be a time on Easter, kids flood the shop.
Yeah.
Kids don't go to church and
just another day.
Easter anymore. So there are trends that come along with it, the spraying and all that stuff. Now I think it's more prominent now because of social media. People can actually see it real time.
BET.
And so we just and that's the good thing about having a core. If you're still in it, like I'm 62, I just turned 62 on August 6th. But if I'm still in it at 62, to be able to still make it make sense as a business, that's a testament, man. So that means I've had to, over time, you think of how many generations I've cut great granddad's hair of kids, you know what I'm saying? But to still have people, and I've never advertised, either one of us. I've never put a flyer up or advertised anywhere.
Wow.
And most people don't know that. But all of our business for 40 years have always been word of mouth. And to maintain that, we've seen barbershops come and go.
Yes, sir.
They'll open up, they got 50 TVs in it, they got the whole thing. But it has nothing to do with that. What you put on that person's head, man, that's what makes the difference. And I'm okay with the trends. Trends are going to come, and it's probably going to become even more extravagant than it is, because the world is so open now. There's no limitation. There's no standards, no guidelines of how you should look. Put your pants, put a belt on. That anything goes now. So if you're in a position where you're affecting somebody's look, you better realize there's gonna be some change coming through. So we embrace that though.
Hey, Terrence Hall told me to say that y'all are legends and pioneers, and much respect to both of y'all.
Oh man,
Thanks,
thank you, G. Thank you, G.
My question is, when and what made y'all decide it was time to go out and get your own spot?
Actually, it was 1992. I was at Jackie, and her significant other had approached me and my cousin them about doing security up at the Mirage nightclub.
Yes, sir.
It was based on trying to be an upscale, trying to bring Atlanta to Athens, and they did a pretty good job.
They did.
Yeah.
Great job, as a matter of fact.
It was a nice spot.
And so they had some of the bouncers that came down with them to start it off were bouncers from Atlanta. So they came down here with a hostile mentality, and they wasn't clicking well with the crew from Athens.
Yeah.
And around that time, Athens was about like Atlanta, you know. You ain't coming to no hit. We need to go another way with our security. So my cousin Rod Roach, he had just came back from the Navy. Myself, Steve Hunter, and Dennis Harper. Because I pretty much brought Steve and Dennis along. But he said, Stacey cut a lot of hair. He know a lot of people. Rod from Athens, he been a police before. So they know how to handle things, especially, and we did. We handled a lot of altercation before they became altercation.
Because you knew the people.
Yeah, because you knew the people.
Yeah, right.
You know how to diffuse the situation without coming just jacking somebody up. And that gonna, make somebody retaliate. So I worked there for a while. I enjoyed it. Nothing wrong with it, whatever. So just during the course of that time, Martha Carroll, who was cutting in the facility where I ended up at, she subleased the whole place. So she can move from the part that I was in into the bigger part and bring another business, which is to be me, into the other part and just sublease the whole place. So when she came to me, she's like, I got something I want to run by you, maybe you want to try that. Nothing was wrong with she, nothing. Everything was cool. But we used to communicate about things, Shag and I, and it was like whoever got a place first, we were going, the other one would go with them. And so she came to me with the proposition about that. And so I'm like, you know what? It's about time. Things were getting a little rowdy in town. I was like, it's about time for me to, you know, maybe it's a sign for me, you know, get out that bouncing business anyway. Because, you know, not that I had an altercation, but things were changing. You know what was going on in there. Y'all know what was going on in Athens about that time. You know, altercation was breaking out, would lead to, you know, more gunfire and all that. And so, you know, good Lord know what you're doing. So she gave me that proposition. I talked it over with my people. And I was like, well, you know, I've been there since '83. I'll give it a shot. So I went ahead on. I talked to Herman and told him what the deal was. You know, a little nervous and like, he might be upset, So he was smiling. He was like, he said, man, he said, that make me feel good. He said, when you come to me and talk to me like a man, he said, anybody that got a business, got a shop or whatever, and a lot of people working for them, he said, that ought to make them happy to see somebody graduate up out of that place and go somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
He said that make you feel good, and especially if they do it the right way, with dignity.
Yes.
You know, and so July 27, 1992 was my opening date, and July 27, 2021 was when I officially shut it down.
Wow.
Them people came to us and gave us 60 days, man, to be out of there, and so they were going in a whole nother direction. Yeah, so but that's how I got it. Miss Martha Carroll, she started me off, and she went over there next door, and then she ended up going to Athens Tech to start teaching cosmetology.
Okay.
So when she left, Sarah Burgess, who ended up next door to me for quite some time, you know, she was working with Martha Carroll. So she went up the sheets. She got the place, so you know, leased the place, and while they was, you know, doing what she needed done, because Martha took all that stuff out, you know, quite naturally, and so till they got it. So she went up the sheets, like Sheets Plays, ain't it? She went up the sheets and started doing half there for a while till they got her plays together, and she come out there, and so me and her was neighbors up until 2021, and she ended up going up the street to up 106, you know, just to keep her daughter something to do. Because she about like me, she been in a long time. She didn't necessarily quit, but she's, you know, ready to slow down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a retirement for a barber? I mean, for real. Is there a time when you can cut them clippers off and that's it?
I think it's a decision.
Yeah, it's your decision.
I think it's one of those professions where it's different, man. It's a weird dynamic because on a regular job, you know, there's an obvious time limit where it's close to 65, you can retire from it, but because we're in charge of our pension and all of that, Social Security, we had to pay into that over the years, and it took a while for me especially to really realize that, hey man, I'm gonna get old one day, and I think that's why you see a lot of barbers too stay a lot longer, because that's something that it's kind of hard to do in a cash business, especially if you're making a lot of money, because it's always on that thought of putting your money where it's supposed to be. Is always in the background. I start next year. And you wake up 40, and you wake up 55, you wake up 60. So I'm glad that I started to put some things in place, but it's one of the things where it's not like a regular job. You have people that you work with, that you have a camaraderie with. But it's different for barber, man. It's like these people become family. Like it's not like going to work. It's like we going to family reunion every day. You know what I'm saying? Because that rotation, people coming every 2 weeks, some every week, and you're seeing these people, man, and you're watching them, their lives grow, and you know so much about them, and they depend on you to be a sounding board.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? They talk to us about their most intimate things, man.
Right.
And I've had people call me up just as Stacey. Hey man, I've been trying to call you, man. I got something to talk to you about, man. You know what you was talking to me about, you know, and you feel the passion in their voice and how you feel not an obligation, but it's like, man, these people really respect what I think.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question, it has to be a decision. You got to just say, at this point, I'm gonna let it be known or whatever. And I think you know, when you're good at something, people are disappointed. and it takes a big divot out of their lives.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to him like, I'm like, what do you mean by? I'm thinking, what do you mean by that? But he was like, man, I'm just gonna start growing my hair. I mean, they to that extreme with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, I think it's definitely a possibility, and it's gonna be something that's gonna inevitably happen, but you got
to throttle down. That's a throttle down effect. That's where I feel.
Mm-hmm.
For some now, they may, want to do, but I don't think it's nothing because it's a gift, it's a craft. You never totally throw it away. So you just throttle it down to where it come to it, where it fits you. That's what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, my body and my mind, I got a life too. So you got to make your life fit in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because at 17, you got to cut back.
Yeah.
Because you consume so much of your life, and you be like, okay, man, I'm in here every night to 9 and 10 o'clock. Something got to change.
Right.
And it'll work. But and people you're gonna have people gonna be cool with what you do, and you're gonna have people be upset with it. But you just watch. Most of the time, the people that got something negative to say about what you do don't even deal with you no way.
Absolutely.
They just ticked off because you done found a better way to do things, and it's working for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shag, you got about 1,000 jobs. I have done about 1,000 things.
Okay.
One time you had old singer.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you had to sing it. Hey. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Old call. Now, how many of them Diddy parties? You too, because both of y'all, y'all had the clientele, so I know y'all.
To my defense, though, I traveled in some circles similar
I had
to
to
that,
back, man,
but I
for him. I couldn't go.
I never quite made it to that level. I can honestly say, and that was a good thing. I was trying to get there, but I just never made it to that level. But I wish did it the best, man. But man, it's to his offense. A lot of what happened to him, it happens to a lot of people. He just got caught.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It happens to a lot of people in that circle.
It may not be about
we seen stuff being on that level.
Shag knows some stuff. Shag done been in some circles.
He's seen some
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
When I was doing a lot of the celebrities that people see now, I was watching them get started.
Mm-hmm.
Boys to Men, I was watching all those people get started, man. You saw them in their infancy. But yeah, it's
Teddy Lounge.
it's a tragedy. But I never,
You never what?
I never indulged.
Never.
Indulged in
No more
parties.
When you bring Diddy's name up, it's self-explanatory. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you ain't gonna catch me on the record.
Got a question for you, Stacey. You still got that bug?
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yes, sir.
Still running.
It will.
It will.
I guarantee you, if I clean the gas tank out and put a battery in it, it'll fire. I guarantee you that. Yeah.
Yeah, that bug was classic. When you saw that bug pull up, Stacey might be a little late sometimes.
And no maximum.
But that bug
Late,
gonna
but
pull
I'm
up.
straight.
That bug gonna pull up. That gonna pull up. That's what's up, man.
That old maximum.
Oh yeah, that maximum too.
Oh, you still got the maximum.
Not the brown one. I still got the gold one.
Okay.
But the brown one that I had kitted up, that one got totaled.
Oh man.
Good Lord said he ain't gonna get out of it, so I'm gonna take it away from him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shag,
The
what
other one, I didn't fix
BMW?
the other one up.
Well, which one?
The white one.
That's
the white.
That's
two white.
We know where your box. We know where
The
the photo.
photo.
Yeah,
The photo.
Well, the reason I asked it is that I've had several white ones,
Wow.
and they all at some point end up sitting down somewhere for years. And the recent one y'all was talking about, funny story. Probably around that car's a 01. I ordered it, bought it brand new, had it shipped the whole 9, and so it became a real. I mean, it had a lot of sentimental value to me, right?
Yes, sir.
So I had an issue with the transmission in it, probably in 05, 06, something like that, Stacey. And I had this guy that a friend of mine knew was gonna put a transmission in it, right? For the cheap.
Yes, sir.
You know, we all
Yes,
kind
sir.
of instead of taking to
Get
the
anything
dealership.
in the barber shop. Yes,
So he put the transmission in, but he called me up and he said, "Hey man," he said, "I noticed that, you know, you got some crud in your engine." I was like, "What you doing? Opening my engine up. You know, you're supposed to be working on the transmission." So for whatever and however he got to see that, he said, "I got this detergent stuff I can pour in it," and he said, "Clean it out." And I said, "No, don't worry about it. Just fix the transmission. I'm gonna come pick it up."
Yes, sir.
He called me about 2 weeks later. He said, "Man, you'll be mad at me." He said, I thought I was gonna do you a favor. I poured it in there, man, and it went through the engine and the oil pump pumped it back up through and it clogged it up and the engine blew, right?" So it sat at his shop probably about 3 years because I was in litigation trying to get my money from him, right? I took it from there, had a guy in Athens put another engine in it, and at the time I had other vehicles, so I asked him, a guy named Tony, a Hispanic guy, I said, "Tony, can you just let it sit here in the yard, out the way until I see what I'm gonna do with it?" And it sat there for another 3 years. And so then I got a wild hair to go and get the upholstery done and all that. So I took it to another little shop right there next to Tony. They did the front seats in it. And then he told me, he said, "Well," I said, "I want to do the whole thing." He said, "Well, let's go out, measure for the material, and you park it over there at your shop. And when the stuff comes, I'll call you." Something weird happened with that. 2 weeks later, I went back over to see if you know, the guy had the material, and he never came to the door. He would always send his wife. It's always like he was hired from me or whatever, right? And I think it may have just been too small of a job for him. So I took the car back over there to the shop, sit there for about 6 years. This car, I'm saying, this car, brand new car. So probably about maybe longer than 6 years, and then probably it's been about maybe a year or so now. My landlord came and he was like, "Hey, Kelvin, man, we're getting ready to pave the driveway." He didn't want me to move it. "Get ready to pave the driveway. You might want to move it because that asphalt, we don't want to get on your car, whatever." So I had this guy that I knew moved across the street, and so I was just paying him a rental fee, whatever. They never did pay that thing. And long story short, that car was sitting over there for another however long, and this guy just moved to another shop. I took it over there. So right now, I still got it. It ain't running, and it needs some work.
I seen that car.
Yeah, it's sitting over there on 106.
106, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I said, "That got." You know what gave it away? You know, most of the times if you went to the BMW place and got a white BMW, it's gonna have peanut butter guts.
Yeah.
When Shag ordered his, he ordered with like the gray guts. And so, and I could see from the road, and the way it sit, I just remember that stance of that posture of that car. That's Shag car.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then just funny, he just came and just used to be my brother, another partner of mine, about him and some of his buddies. I said, "Man, tell them y'all still straight, but everybody, you didn't have no family back then. Some people work 2 jobs, just for whatever, take on a side business or whatever. Right. You ain't grown apart. You just got more going on in your life, and it ain't for 24 hours.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
Well put. So that's what that is.
Yeah.
No, don't be no love lock. Cause sometimes you can see each other too much. I tell everybody when you get grown, man, some of the stuff we could share and secrets and stuff that we could share when we was in high school. Yeah. You get grown, man, you got health issues, financial issues, marital issues or whatever. Man, that ain't nothing that need to get out, And people ain't gonna hold tight. So you can't share everything, You can't share everything the older you get. You gotta like Chad said, you gotta evolve.
Yeah.
Yes, we're grown now.
Yes,
So I know some people, man, around here, they too old to be falling out with each other. But they fall out with each other because they know too much about each other. What the good Bible says, don't let your one hand know what the other one doing. But that's come with life, man. Everything in everybody's business ain't everybody's business. Right. But as long as you see each other, if it's much love, it don't matter if you see each other every day, every once a year.
Right.
Yeah.
What if you stay out of town? You know, so don't trip that. Yeah, let that be the last thing you worry about.
Yes,
you
sir.
know,
Hey,
you know who love you.
I want to say this before we wrap it up, Rick, but that day you came into the barbershop, right? Did you know you lost the money or you just didn't have it? Trying to get
No, it was really over there.
That was Stacey,
Yeah,
man.
it was over there.
It was really over
Boy.
there. No, but I had
There it is. Over there. Yeah.
Hey, no,
Oh,
I
my
had money in
goodness.
my pocket and everything.
Oh, man.
But
That don't sound right, Rick.
I definitely had it. He had the money.
He had it. He had the money. But he thought he had lost it.
Yeah,
Okay.
my money. It's over
And
there.
my boy Jimmy King must told me he better not never lose no money. He ain't no me and Jimmy cool, boy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Me and your daddy cool. Your daddy cool as a fan, man.
Yes, sir.
Who would ever thought that, knowing Rick and that when you got grown and got out on your own, that when I run into Jimmy, I see Jimmy more than I see Rick, but we cool,
Yeah.
It's funny like that. Yeah.
When Rick and Tanya came to the shop not too long ago, Rick had already mentioned to me about the podcast, and I was flattered and all, but I thought he was just talking,
I did too.
But every time I would see him, I mean, he would coming back quite frequently, getting his beard and stuff done, and then he was just still so passionate about it. He's like, man, I'm serious. I want to talk so. That let me know that Rick you don't realize, like, with all the people that we've been exposed to over these years, man, we learn from them. That's why we have some of the goodness that we have, and because we definitely ain't perfect, like any human being, but these people affected our lives in a way where as we was so-called teaching them, they was teaching us. Right. And I remember Rick, just like he's one of the people that you just don't forget.
That's right.
Rick is just somebody you don't forget, and like the thing I like about Rick more than anything, and he's a great guy all the way around, but he's always the same. Always the same. He ain't gonna, even if you're going through, you never know. He just got this thing, man, and he brings you up. He brings you up every time, and I gotta say I appreciate him for that, because ever since I've known him, and this has been some years, even when he was a kid, man, he's always had this thing about him, man, where he's always the same person. Always the same person.
And one thing I got a lot of admiration. It's just not now because we're here doing it, but this is an opportunity, a platform to bring it out. But I have a lot of admiration for each of you guys, including you. One reason why I say that, because no matter where y'all at in life, how successful y'all get, y'all still have the ability and the dignity to pay homage.
Yeah.
To who before you.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you're supposed to do. Now, you ain't got much homage.
No.
For your local.
Yes, sir.
Your local legends.
Yes, sir.
Not pumping myself up, but it's people that came before me that paid homage, that I paid homage to.
Yes, sir.
And to see y'all follow suit, that's an inspiration within itself. I thank each one of you. Yeah.
Like I say, this conversation been in the making since
I ain't
2016.
gonna call it a nickname.
And when I had the opportunity to have a conversation with y'all, man, it was just like, I got to. There's no way, because I wanted people to really realize where this platform come from, and it came from guys like you, and like I said, in the conversations that we've had in the barbershop, we talked about everything. I mean, sports, women, football, politics, you name it, and that was one of the questions I wanted to ask y'all. As much as counselors that y'all have been to the community, who helped y'all go through when y'all were going through some things? Because y'all done been through some things in life, but so who would y'all able to go
I think
through?
to answer that question, it was different people.
Yeah.
People wore different hats as they do in everybody's lives. And I think that again, just as we so-called, taught and counseled and was there for these people that we was also giving a service to, we inadvertently and subconsciously, grew with everything that because you pick up people's essence, man.
Yeah.
When you're around them, you can't help it. Like, nobody have to tell me that Lee or Sam, I'm not really, familiar with him, but nobody can tell me that they're not going to be the same people, because you know what kind of people they were then. Especially Sam, I know him a lot better. And so I think what happens is the barbershop is a rite of passage.
Yes.
The barbershop, like football and playing sport back when we came along, not so much now, but you would have kids lie about playing sport. Hey, when you play football, yeah, man, I'm a running back for the, because it carries so much.
Yes, sir.
It was a rite of passage, man. And for a young man, at a young age, you're trying to find your place. You're either gonna go left or you're gonna go right. And we saw a lot of them do that. But that barbershop still let us know, even though this kid was out here in the paper doing bad stuff, like you Stanley Geralds of the world, we knew what kind of people those people really were, man.
Right.
And you can't replace that. That's a gift, man, that we got.
Yeah.
That when I see these people out, I know them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's scary. Like, I know them, and they approach me like that. Shag, whatever. And sometimes I can't really pick up on their faces, but just how they respond to me, man, it lets me know it was real. That was something real that happened, and that's why I can't thank you enough, man, for giving us the opportunity to just speak on it. There's so much more to be said about our experiences and y'all, because it's just not us. Yeah. There's a lot of people, man, it's an all-inclusive thing, like a damn tour.
Yeah.
We are our brother's keepers, and that is so true. And it sounds cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
Because as black men, we don't get a chance to really tell our true feelings. It's that so much vibrato and so much posturing, and we don't get a chance. So this is very priceless, man. That we get a chance to give us a chance to do this, and I can't thank you enough. And I hope that a lot more people in this town that did what we so-called did, been pillars of the community, get a chance to come in and tell their stories too.
Yeah, man, it's God. It's God. My mom and my daddy, man. They give me the good start and gave me the raising to receive. Good counsel, and God for the spirit to discern what's real and because you need that.
Yes,
everybody need that spirit of discernment, man, because it get real wicked out here. It's getting late in the evening. If you read, you'll find that this ain't nothing that happened by happenstance. It's already been written.
Yes, sir. Right.
So with that being said, no matter what nobody do, because as soon as you say God, somebody want to call you Joe Preacher or whatever. Well, you better bring all things to the altar, and you better acknowledge God. Because guess what? That's all. In the end, that's all you got, man. Because I have had a partner, man. Big brother, like a big brother, and I used to, if I take off from church, I'm tired today. I'm not gonna go to church. So I was supposed to stay at home and rest. He'd give me a call, tell me, ride to the house, man, yada, yada. I jump up like out of a toaster, run out there. And so a couple days later, I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to go holler at my boy, And he called me, so I randomly go holler at him. He might not come to the door, might not answer the phone. Start getting an attitude. So that happened a couple times. Man, like this thing one side, God spoke to me one day. If you let him, he'll talk to you, and it won't be harsh. It'll just be a lesson learned. Be like a grandfather almost talking to you. He said, you know what? He said the other day, you said you was tired. You don't work hard. You tired. You didn't want to go to church. He said, but as soon as Buddy called you around 12 o'clock, all of a sudden you get the energy to get up and want to, and go because he called you. He said then 2 or 3 days later, it looked like he flipped the script on you. He said, you better not get mad with him. He said, I see you been catching attitude. You think I don't know. It's like when your mama said, well, you rolling your eye? No. Yes, you will. Look over there. Now look back. But they'll tell you, they know you rolling your eye. Right. So he say, you better not get mad with him. Hey, man, this man, what God talking about, don't get mad with him, man. See how this bad acting, man, this bad one way one. He say, I'm a jealous God, and man would change on you, but I would never change. So he ain't the bad guy. I allowed him to do that to show you what I just told you. So why a lot of people are scared when people say, God, spirituality, people go get all scared because they think it's all abracadabra. All it is, you a baby or a kid, and you talking to an adult who really, but he's better than an adult because he ain't got no malice. Don't know nothing that happened at work today. Make him come home and take nothing out on you. Absolutely. So when you talk to him and if you catch what he's trying to say, he really want to be cool. He want to be boys with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, so you don't have to be afraid. And when you hear somebody bring it up, be like, oh, we finna go there. Da. I just drank the beer or whatever. Go drink another one. You know why? Because it's what's in your heart, man. Because I know some folk don't do nothing, but they jacked up. Ain't got no compassion and no love for nobody.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You drink Mr. Wilson, them, you know, they played a part in it because I was going there to get my haircut. That's what, you know, I'm in the barbershop environment. Mr. Football coaches. We go through, and they don't get to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So me and Pastor, we click real good, you know, and they feel like he was telling you about Stanley. Pastor feel comfortable around me because it's never gonna come a time. I don't care whether we have a disagreement or whatever, that I'm gonna use that, man, to bring him down. Because if I do that, my day coming.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to keep mine on up.
Yeah.
Real talk.
So,
Hey, man, y'all got anything?
I'm good.
This has been glorious.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad.
like I said,
I'm glad.
This conversation has been a dream come true for me.
Yeah, I'm glad.
For this show.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I say, I say it often about what talking randomish means. But y'all are where it comes from. Watching y'all, being around y'all, having conversations with y'all. And I want to thank y'all from being the kid that watched y'all grow. I want to thank y'all for what y'all instilled into us, the community, Athens.
Likewise.
And y'all influence has been all around the world. Just on the little barbershops in Athens, just from the classic city. And y'all done touch thousands and thousands and thousands. And from one of them thousands that thank y'all.
Likewise.
Thank y'all.
Likewise.
And if there's anything, and like I tell him, if anything Talking Randomish can do for either one of y'all, man, don't hesitate to call. Even though Shag probably gonna have to send the message through. But hey, I love the picture you sent too. I absolutely love it.
That's him. You gotta know it.
Yeah.
When I seen it, I was like,
Yeah.
you gotta know it.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta.
He said, I love it. I love it. And, but like I said, I'm just so thankful to have the opportunity to tell y'all thank you.
yes.
And
sir.
tell y'all what y'all meant to me.
I want to say thank you too, man.
Appreciate it.
You two guys, y'all meant a whole lot to me. A whole lot.
We grateful.
And it don't have to be said, it's understood.
Right.
Yeah, we grateful.
Right.
That's what I was just gonna say to add to it. All this thanks and what y'all saying. Guess what? and this come from me, and I can't speak for Shag, but I do feel like he feel the same way. The thanks that come through
Right.
who y'all are.
Yeah.
Right.
Keeping yourself together, you can tell. Y'all looked up something positive.
Yeah, man.
Sharon,
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all y'all done looked up something positive.
Right.
Tanya?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all done looked up something positive, man. And here y'all are now doing positive things. So must have meant something. So that make us feel good. So that's thank you right there.
Yeah, we're part
But I
of the-
appreciate you saying it.
We're part of
Thank
the
you.
Talking Talking
Random
Random
Ish.
Ish.
family now.
Yes, oh yeah.
You know, we part of the thing now. So
Been a part of
we're
it.
gonna
Right.
pass it on.
We just made it to the show.
We're gonna big up it, man, because I mean, I think this is awesome what you're doing, man. I don't think you could have got a better group of guys. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
mean,
right. That's right.
Everybody compliment each other.
Yes.
You know, this was a good experience, man. Just because I got, we a little nervous.
Right.
What do we say? What do we talk about? What?
Just let it flow.
You guys made it. You know,
I'm
even though
glad you didn't have a format.
he don't really know us like that, but the words that he did give, man, it's like he just merged right into that thing. So it's the essence of it.
Right.
I'm a big believer in that, and
Right.
I don't want to sound like I'm a runaway train, but I just want to say, man, this was very important to me. I needed it at this point in my life to be made to feel appreciated to this level. You know, you're gonna get it from your family and people, but when you got people that you don't see every day or have anything interaction with or whatever, they calling you out, they bringing you to them. You know, I wouldn't have had no reason to come right to this building ever. But hey, man, I want you to come here and talk.
Right.
That's something, man. So don't ever think we take it for granted.
For sure.
Because this has been a great experience, and I hope you keep it up, Rick.
Yeah.
And that's a good talk. It wasn't like you in an interrogation room.
Yeah.
We talking. Just like we in the shop.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Hey, barbershop style conversation, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I just got one thing to say.
Come on.
I thought I was done, but at the same time, if you really think about it, like you guys had a platform, the barbershop, and you guys was social media before social media was a thing.
Okay.
Because think about it, we didn't have all these electronics.
Yeah.
So we got all information, like Rick said earlier, at the barbershop. So we didn't mind waiting 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like 2 or 3 hours. It seemed like we was at home and the conversations were great. Right. So I just want to pay again. We still paying homage and thank you guys, man. I learned a lot in that barbershop.
Yes.
A lot at the barbershop. Maybe a little too much sometimes. but you know, I walked out there sometimes, woo. But I came back because at the end of the day, that was social media.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was where we got all our information about anything,
Social media.
That was Facebook.
This is a good rabbit hole to go down because with social media, just consuming information, man.
Right.
You go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You're looking for one thing, and it's
Right.
pull on you 2 hours on.
Right.
Yeah.
This was a good rabbit hole to go down, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And that was a good point you made about comparing to social media, because that's exactly what it feels like. You know, and you don't. It's like where I sit now. I ain't ready to go. You guys are so welcoming, and the question that you ask, and it really made it feel genuine.
Right.
And genuality is something that's rare these days, man, because the world is, everybody want to be something they're not, and everybody want to fit in places that they don't belong. But this felt right.
I had to had to refrain myself from turning into Vernon Maxwell.
Oh, that's one of my favorite characters. Oh my God. Well, you want to talk about a character?
Yeah.
And still the same.
Yeah.
Vernon.
You don't
Mad Max.
You don't hold back, man.
I'm just teasing, man.
Hey man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. But like I say, once again, thank you.
You what?
And I promise y'all I'm gonna be calling y'all again.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
the goal is to get Mr. Dewey up in here.
Yeah.
I want that to happen.
Yeah. Because like I say, I mean, it's just where we come from.
Oh, we talk sports too, Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, get us in, man.
I know.
And just remember before we go, that your money's over there.
Man, we will never forget that.
Man.
I forget a lot of things.
Oh my God, man, you hilarious, man. Rick, man.
That is etched in our brain. We can't unsee it or unsee it.
Hey,
That kid was something, boy.
man, this game called life is a series of moments. The past is just that the past, learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it. It's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it is a gift. Enjoy the journey. Take pictures. But most importantly, thank God. Leslie, you got one for us?
Yeah, I got one.
Get it.
Legend.
Let me get it.
For those whose feet can't touch the ground. I never loved the sky. I mean, I love sunshine and cloudless days and the way the green trees will stretch their fingertips to infinity and beyond, and the way the stars will wink only at me and tell me that they too understand how it feels to shine so bright for so long and yet have the light only to be seen when you're not around. I love the reflection of the moon on lakes that quake and ripple when disturbed from its peace, only in time to have the calm return and burn a place so deep that for a moment you question if the moon is a reflection of it. I love kites that dance with breezes that they first meet, hoping that this waltz would last, only to be left standing at the altar when she stops blowing kisses in its direction, then quickly falling from the sky to the hands that released it on its journey, hoping that maybe this time the small hands would run faster and pull harder on the string of his heart, allowing it to meet another breeze. I love listening to the rain, hearing God's tears wash the dirt and the stain from the pain of the earth that clings to our soul, hearing his voice in the thunder drown out the screams of the children whose mind cry out to be fed, seeing his smile in the lightning as it shows the cracks in the armor of those who sit in ivory towers, proclaiming that all is well, telling below how to climb slippery slopes and achieve what they believe to be success, spreading lies and deceit at the feet of the people who only want the truth. I love the birds and the trees who spread their wings and defy the one true law that grounds us all, as if to tell Sir Isaac Newton, you can kiss my tail because I am free as the wind, able to soar over mountaintops and cliffs and make my home in the clouds. That's right, the clouds that encompass my being. You see, sometimes in this life you have to look up and try to climb to the stars. I mean, hop on a rocket ship and break through the atmosphere and find the peace that space brings. So, young warrior, when they tell you that you are too small and that your feet can't touch the ground, laugh. Laugh out loud and remember, I never loved the sky.
Hey.
That's you, Shag? You wrote that? I know a publisher.
That's his book.
Oh, wow.
That's what's up. My aunt, she does poetry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
Hazel
somebody
Rose.
cheating you out of.
Hey, he got another one coming out soon.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man.
I just sent I just did. Yeah, so you can see it's I ain't never been no superhero. It's on Amazon. You can find it at Amazon. You can find it Barnes and Noble, any place online. And the new book, it will be ready in 2 weeks, but we're gonna push it. We won't do a release date. Once it's ready, we're gonna push it back and do a pre-order session.
It's a book of poems,
book poetry.
Okay.
Yeah, book of poetry called I Ain't Never Been No Superhero. And the second,
I listen to a lot of and read a lot of poetry, whatever. But in my day, but you generally get lost. I didn't get lost in that.
yeah, that's
I didn't get lost. You
Some of it
step
be a little
it,
too
man.
deep,
That's,
though. Yeah.
That's why I said, hey man, we need to find a publisher because you way ahead of me. You way ahead of me. That's awesome.
And Larry Legend.
I love that, bro.
Good poet.
I'm gonna go pick that up.
Hey, yo, it's time to sweep the floor. We're gonna clean the clippers. Chair number one. Since you've been gone so long,
You gonna get the
I'm
bathroom?
gonna let you get the bathroom.
Why can't get into the Tehran?
Jerome was late, bro. Get the bathroom. Hey, in the words of Rita Lawson's son, Odabo Jack, The shop is closed.
Oh.
We're talking randomly. Talking